You must be thinking to yourself, what is the fastest route to become a CRNA? Well, in this video, I'm going to give you all the information so you can be on the path as fast as possible to become a CRNA. So definitely continue to watch. My name is Christina. Welcome to a new video. If it's your first time here and you want to become a CRNA or grow your CRNA career, definitely subscribe and hit the bell so you don't miss anything. So I've been a CRNA for almost over a decade and I love what I do. And I still remember my journey and not knowing the path, for example, of becoming a CRNA. I pretty much jumped into it head first, and I wish I had someone that could have guided me a little bit more on my journey. So I'm here for you. I'm here to share as much knowledge as I can and be a median for you to help you to decide if you want to become a CRNA, if you want to become a nurse, if you want to become an advanced practice nurse. In nursing in general is a great career. And a lot of people think in nursing that you work in the hospital. There are many areas in nursing. You can be in leadership position like nursing administration, have an office job. You of course can work in the bedside, a variety of different units, a variety of different areas. You can become a nurse in informatics, meaning that you are working more the computerized record. There's teaching. We love, educators, I love educating and I love being a preceptor on my floor, as well as, educators that their full-time job is being a professor, and really giving back to the core principles of becoming a nurse. So when you're thinking about nursing, there's so many areas. You can even be a sales rep. You can work in an office. There's a variety of areas. If you think nursing's not for you, I think it can be for you because you're watching this video. You have an interest. And so I'm here to tell you I can give you the fastest route so you can get started now to become a CRNA. Now there's differences. If you are starting from scratch, of course, you're not a nurse, you are just thinking about, nursing and becoming a CRNA. We'll go through that, as well as if you are currently an ICU nurse or maybe you're a graduate nurse and you're ready to start the path, how long would it take? So if you are currently a person who is not in nursing yet, you have to start thinking about going to a school and getting your bachelor's in nursing. You need a bachelor's in order to even to start the route to go towards to become a CRNA. Now that can take about 4 years. Now if you have another degree, for example, saying you already have a science degree or a biology degree or another degree outside of nursing, it may take you 2 years because there is an accelerated BSN program depending on the school. That can take about 18 months to 2 years. So that is also an option. Now, so that's just an add-on, for example. But say, for example, you are an ICU nurse, for example, and you're saying, I want to become a CRNA now. It's about, from that moment of having your 1 to 2 years of experience, it's about 3 years to program, 3.5, depending on the school. Okay, so becoming a bachelor's nurse, 4 years. You need a minimum of 1 to 2 years of ICU experience. Then it's about 3.5 year program. So from becoming a bachelor's degree, from getting a bachelor's degree of 4 years, then 2 years, for example, of ICU experience, and 3 years of, CRNA school, that will take you about 12 years. Okay, I know it sounds really long, but that is the route. Okay, that's from beginning to end minimum. Now, if you are currently a nurse and you're thinking about, the journey to start in the direction towards CRNA, you need at least 1 to 2 years of ICU experience, then about 3.5 years of, CRNA school, depending on where you're going to go to school. So that would take you about 5 years from beginning to end to become a CRNA. So your fastest route. So just think about that. Now, if you already have your ICU nursing experience, just apply to a program, and a program about 3.5 years, and that would pretty much be the fastest route. But if you're starting from scratch, you're thinking about 11 to 12 years. And I know that seems like such a long journey, but if you're really passionate about becoming a nurse, so if you do go ahead and get your bachelor's degree in nursing and you become a nurse, you can work, you can have financial stability, and you always have a backup. Of being a registered nurse, which is an amazing backup. Like, that's not even a backup. That's an amazing career to go into. And then after that point is when you start thinking about where you want to go into. And if you decide on anesthesia, you have to go into the ICU. It's a requirement. You have to do at least 1 to 2 years of ICU experience. A lot of programs will actually accept you when you have more years of experience, but there are situations that I've heard of and even have met students who've had maybe 1 or 2 years and they got accepted into a CRNA program. So I know it sounds like a long journey, but if you really want it bad enough, you can do it. You are smart enough. You are ready. You have the confidence. You are on the road right now. And don't let anyone tell you any different, that you can't do it. Don't let anyone tell you that, oh, it's too long. I mean, life is a journey of itself. And if you want something bad enough, and in your heart and your gut saying, this is for me, go for it. Because you only live one life. And you don't want to have any regrets in life that you didn't go for what you want. And if anesthesia is not for you, maybe it's nurse practitioner. And that's an amazing career. And maybe it's just being a nurse on the unit. And that's an amazing career of itself. Just think about that. And if, for example, you're in an area that you're not 100% happy with, the beautiful thing about nursing, there's so many job opportunities. There's so many areas you can go into. So we switch into another area and try it out. Give yourself 6 months to a year. If the ICU you're currently working at is not giving you the experience that you need, go to another one. There's so many opportunities out there in nursing, and it's job security. I mean, the average nurse, I think now, is probably in their mid-40s to early 50s. And so there's a huge shortage in nursing. So, of course, the salary has increased significantly depending on where you're located. Of course, if you're working in a big metropolitan area for nursing, for example, you're going to get a higher salary versus a rural area. But in general, with anesthesia, for example, I know it's a long route, but it's one of the highest paid nurses in the country. I mean, the job salary, the average medium annual average salary is about $200,000, $203,000 a year. But of course, depending on where you're located, you're making $300,000 to $400,000 a year, or on the lower end, maybe $150,000 to $180,000. I mean, it's a big variety in how much you're making, but the average is very high. And if, for example, you're concerned, oh my gosh, it's such a long route, schooling is expensive. Yes, there's a lot of financial aid out there, scholarships, military, opportunities. And I know loans are tough, but it's always a backup of loans. I mean, I did it. I took loans out. But when I graduated, I'm currently a CRNA, and I graduated, I was getting paid a good salary, and that I really put a lot of energy into putting money to pay it off. I didn't sit there and enjoy the money. No, I paid off my loans. Within 3 years, I was debt-free from student loans. So take that into consideration if you're thinking about if financial is a concern for you. I even had a newborn baby when I had my daughter Bella 6 days before I got accepted into nurse anesthesia school. And I started school 6 days after I delivered. And you think that was tough? It was very tough. But I still did it, and I didn't give up, and I had to support a family. So just be patient with yourself and be organized with your time and really think about the things I've spoken to you about, and also shadow a CRNA and definitely see what are available to you in your local area. So if you want to learn more about how to become a CRNA and grow your CRNA, definitely click one of these videos over here, and I'll see you in the next video. Thanks for watching.